Three, two, one. We are online. Hello, hello. This is ThoughtDrought.
Where your thoughts get drained.
Son of a bitch. There are golden wreaths, and I already got this show demonetized within 10 seconds. I hate myself. Now, after self-loathing aside, we have a reason to be happy? Good? No?
Yeah.
So Biden dropped
For
out.
Kamala, yeah.
Biden dropped out of the race after getting COVID and saying that he will only drop out. Previous search will only drop out if God said so or if he got medical illness.
Yeah, so
Apparently,
at
he
first
said
he said
both.
he'll only drop out if, like, he'll think about it if God tells him to, and then he lowered his standard to, oh, if Biden finds out that he has an illness, then he'll drop out. And then he got COVID, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Who knows? Maybe they sent in someone to give him a handshake that
You
had
know,
COVID. Maybe it's a lie.
fuck it. Maybe God
Because, like, he
does
did a speech
exist.
for Kamala, and he didn't really sound that sick. He didn't sound as sick as he was during the fucking debate.
Oh, he did a
During the
speech
debate,
for
he sounded
Kamala.
worse.
When?
Yeah, he like made a little video like endorsing Kamala, and he didn't sound as bad as he did during the
Do you have
debate.
it? Holy shit! I didn't
No,
see it. Oh
you didn't
God.
see that?
No, I did not. Damn it. Well, let's conspiracy bait. Fuck it. Let's do it. Where is it?
Where is the conspiracy here? I
Hmm.
wonder.
Okay, I got something on CBS News, but let's see. Dropping out and pending the process. Biden wrote in a letter to the American people. In a separate post, he offered full support. Where's the post? Why didn't you link it? Damn it, CBS.
Well, there is a letter where he says that he
Wow.
endorses Kamala.
You said I could hear the man gurgle his way through a sentence.
I thought he did make a video.
Oh, is it here?
Maybe
Oh, wait.
Biden posted a strongly worded letter about how he should give the presidency to Kamala.
Give me
Okay,
a
there we
moment.
go.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
there's a letter.
Give me a
Where
moment. I
basically,
gotta
yeah,
do a thing.
you want to read it through.
Hold on. Let me just give me a moment. I gotta do a thing. Because of the way Twitter works. I don't.
Oh, you don't want to see a dick and balls next to the president's letter?
It's
Yeah,
also our
I
fucking
understand.
email account. It shows it like every time. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah.
People seen it, but it's a best practice thing. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a letter. It's just a
Well, there we
letter.
go.
You read it then, champ. You read this fucking.
I don't have that on hand. Is that on the document?
What? Oh wait, do you not see it on the screen?
I mean, yeah, but it's like,
Oh, it's too
so the video
small.
quality on my end is very like low.
Oh, okay,
I think
okay.
I've
I
said this
got
before.
you. I
Like
got
video
you.
quality is,
I'll put it in the thing. What's that link at the
yeah.
bottom? The Harrison link?
Oh, it was just a video of Tulsi Gabbard bringing
Oh,
up the
okay.
weed thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, okay.
God,
It's
I
at the
can't
bottom.
wait to see. And, you know, Kamala is going to have a worse time during the presidential debate, which is presumably going to be in August, because at least Biden had a home base advantage, right? Biden
Yeah.
was able to do his debate at CNN, while Kamal is probably gonna have to do it at Fox.
You know what's a pretty big advantage?
So,
You know what's a pretty big advantage? Not having
what?
your brain like half decayed inside your head. So
And one of our players did not have that advantage. So,
let's hope that I
it's,
know, right?
yeah.
Well, I'm stealing this joke from somebody, I forget who, but the bumbler versus the rambler. So and now there's just the rambler. So here we are. Anyway,
So in the beginning, like the first half, is basically him glazing himself in the
thank you.
letter, and then the
Thanks.
next half, he talks about how, for now, and this is in quote, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. Again, he glazes himself.
Love it.
I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work, and let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. I believe today, I believe today what I always have. There's nothing America can do. When we do it together, we just have to remember that we are the United States of America.
Greatest
And
country on earth. Woo. Anyway, yeah. Look, we talked about whether or not Biden should drop out, and I was of the opinion no. And how does someone like me, hit big by a Democrat shill like me, cope? Well, here's the thing. What I said before still might be right, and I don't want to be right. I genuinely want to be wrong. So let this go on record now before I get any more shit. The idea is that I didn't know if someone could build their campaign in 3 to 4 months. America was sold
Well,
on
women
Biden
can do it. Yeah, this is going to be a great testament
for better
of
or
whether or not a
worse.
woman can do more with less
Oh my
when it
god, I
comes to the
know.
like the greatest race of all, the presidency, right?
The stakes are high too, so it's even great. I'm betting
Yeah.
black on I'm betting on all black here, and I this is the rent
Freudian
money.
slip? Is that
Rent
Freudian?
no, this is the rent money, baby. Nah, cause
Yeah.
I love
What you're
black.
betting on black?
Yeah, cause I love me black. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
What? You hate black now? You gonna go on record?
I always bet on black.
Oh God. Okay, but yeah,
Oh boy.
it's maybe Kamala can succeed in the next 3 months. They didn't have to go through the picking process. They didn't have to do all that, process. I guess you could
Mm.
say. So this gives her a little bit of an advantage, right? Like 3 4 months. There's no
Yeah.
fighting or jockeying over who's it.
Well, I think they can still do a convention,
Yeah, but they're
but
not gonna fight it.
you don't think they're going to
They're
throw everyone's
happy.
hat in the ring to see who comes out on top? A little battle royale
No,
amongst
no. If they're willing to
candidates.
fight, if they're willing to follow Dementia Joe to the fucking battlefield, then they're gonna follow Kamala like with
Yeah, they'll
happy
follow
cheers in their
Kamala
heart.
the cop into the ring. Yeah.
Uh,
Leave it to the Democrats to elect the lead prosecutor of California.
Lead it to the
Ew,
Democrats to elect the first black president. First black female president, only for her to be a cop. Yeah, I know.
yeah, it's like there has to be caveats, little asterisks
Every single
on all
time.
these things.
Yeah, yeah. It's like God. I forget who
It's
did
like,
it.
oh, there's Obama, but he's also like half white.
It's like when an
Uh,
athlete dopes. I forget who did it. It
yeah.
was like I forget which SNL guy did it. It's like we usually don't care about this kind of thing, but the Democrats have a lot of fucking asterisks. Like they just doped like all their fucking candidates. It was like a race.
Mhm.
It's great, except that's fine because we're not talking about running here. God damn, half these people can't run anyway. So who cares? Who cares? I guess what I'm saying is, sorry, I'm kind of rambling. What I'm saying is, can she build the campaign and actually succeed and gain that kind of support in 4 months, 3 4 months? No, I don't think so. But I want to be wrong. I mean, look, the thing about it is that will people be willing to accept her? I think most people will. I think the big
Yeah.
question mark is, will progressives accept her? Will progressives
I think
come back? Will there be deals made to the progressives? Will there be outreach to them? Or is she like, for
I don't
example,
think so.
who's the VP? Like that
I
would
think
be
she'll follow in Hillary Clinton's step and be like, "Hey, since I am a black woman, in quotes, Kamala, not me. I am not a black woman, but
I am the
the way
progressive.
Hillary,
I am the
yeah,
progressive. Whatever.
the whole shtick
Conciliation
of I'm with
prize.
her.
Yeah.
So pick a VP like Tim Kaine, get someone who would bring in more of the moderate conservative people who don't believe in having a woman president, especially a black president, to make people feel more safe.
Can't
So
can't let them
she
get
might
too
be
uppity.
tactical in that way because at the end of the day, she might be cynical and think, oh, because she is a woman in black, they'll vote for her, which it might work.
Oh, 10 minutes left. Here's the thing. Hot take on that. I think we will see the general direction her campaign's going when the VP gets picked. I think
Yeah,
the VP who she picks won't make that much of a difference. We'll get an idea of what direction she's heading with the VP, right? Because she's gonna have to commit. But, but the one thing for me that I'm wondering is, will she flip on Gaza? I mean, she's talked
Hmm.
about it. She's talked about kind of being for a ceasefire while VP. So it's like, this is her shot. That would be a really good conciliation, by the way, to the progressives without having to do
It
any
would.
actual commitments, by the
I
way.
wonder if the name change and maybe that would it give her the bonus she would need for a state like Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
right? I wonder if Michigan there's a lot of like Muslims and people who are more pro Palestine or at least pro ceasefire. right? A lot of them were angry at Biden, if you remember the primary.
Oh yeah.
But hmm.
So I think there's a lot of potential. I mean, they have to do something, right? But I just wonder what that something's going to be. I think it will be a Palestine deal, but I wonder what the nature of it will be, because a lot of the deals that we've had from Biden in the past have been what's the word for it? They're usually temporary deals. I hope we get something that's like permanent, that can actually like kind of go into long-term rebuilding. Also, maybe have someone from the region help do the actual like on the ground stuff. Just have the U.S. foot the bill, because
Or
apparently some really bad things happened with our aid trucks. Apparently some shootings happened. Some people were hit near the boat too. So it's like I want to help them, but every time I hear about our help going over there, something bad happens. So like I don't know. Find the most honest actor in the region and give them the money to do it. I don't know. With the
or
oof.
she gets a vice president pick that's from a swing state, so
Bomb
she can
bomb
secure a
bomb
swing
bomb
state,
bomb Iran. Sorry.
and then she loses
Oh.
because
Oh, so we do get to bomb 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 Iran.
maybe, I don't know, man.
He did. He did the first
This is
time.
so. This is very cynical stream.
This is
It's
Trump.
just like, okay, well, we did. We switched it up. Now we know it's not a for sure L, right? But
It feels like a for sure
it's
L.
it does feel like a for sure L. I'll say this: Kamala can campaign better, even though she isn't as good at like speaking
Look, she gets
as
every
other people.
single
Like,
benefit of not being ancient.
since she's like what 20 years younger, a
30.
bit over 20 years
I think
younger,
like 30.
she can probably campaign a lot more than Biden ever could. Do it more coherently. She isn't exactly the best orator. She isn't the best speech maker, but she can at least go to places and show up. Yeah, she's 59.
Damn.
Yeah.
God, that's
How old?
wow. That I can't believe that's like young.
That's 59.
59. Joey
Yeah,
is
she's looking good
81.
for 59.
Hmm?
See, that's
81.
like 23 years.
23 years. Jesus.
22 years,
I
sorry.
can't believe that is considered young now. I'm like,
Well, for the
wow.
presidency.
She's so lively. Look at her. She's like
Yeah.
all just starting to gray.
She
This
could be Biden's daughter. Who would have thought? Oof.
why'd you have to put that image in my ear, man? Okay, fuck.
I mean, I didn't think that was
Well, let's
inappropriate.
conspiracy debate real quick, just because. So, at first, you said Biden will only drop out if God says so. I think I remember reading that. Like, he
Yeah.
gets a sign from God. Well, motherfucker, this is a sign. God himself came down on the cloud and said, "You shan't to be president," and he's like, "I think I am, Jack." Okay, I give you COVID. Wop, 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 wop. And then God gave him fucking COVID, and he's like, okay, Jack, never mind. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, he did a lot of, what's the word? Qualifications near the end. Like, I'll only do it if God says so. Then I'll leave if I get a medical condition. It's like, then gets medical condition.
Yeah. And don't forget the press conference he did where he basically just took, well, like an hour of questions of them asking, hey, are you willing to step down? Are you going to step down? Are you too unfit to step down? Hey, remember how you should step down? Hey, Biden, maybe you're too old. Maybe you should step down. And Biden was like, the neurological issue brings up immigrant killing woman when asked about abortion. And then he says, this is the best conference he's ever had. Like, it was so bad.
So you say I should retire?
This is a man who
No,
was very, very stubborn
no, Jack.
and then turned around.
I,
Like the
w-
world had to tell him no. The world told him to leave, and he
I
left.
I lived in this chair. I was born in this chair.
I do wonder though if there was a world where Biden doesn't write
And
the letter
I will
and the
die
DNC decides
in
to
this
rip him out
chair.
anyways. because he's just old and senile.
Oh, we'll die in that chair.
Like maybe they wouldn't because it would hurt to have somebody kicking and screaming. The fact that you would have your president kicking and screaming out of his own party would probably hurt the voters. It probably have them have like no confidence in your party. But
Well, it was gonna happen at the convention, and it would have gotten really ugly there. And I
yeah,
guess the worst part about it is, you know, the like. I guess the problem I'm having with all this, the worst part about this, maybe we'll see it in the statement, maybe we'll see it when Kamala campaigns. But so far, I feel like we're not going to get any reflection from the Dems. In fact, we're not getting any reflection from anybody right now because I just saw. I don't know who the talking head is because Fox has so many of them, but that's on me. I really should know. The one of them was saying, "Oh hey, the Dems just didn't even have debates. You guys didn't even do debates the entire time." It's like you motherfuckers didn't do debates either. You guys both locked your old fucks up in a closet for like a year.
well, Trump decided he wouldn't do it. Like, it's weird. The DNC decided no debates. Well, on the RNC side, Trump said he won't do debates.
Well, because
So,
Trump's no longer in power, right? Like, when you're no longer president, you're no longer able to form platforms. But he can still choose his own campaign. So it's like. But I get it, though. He's kind of like the party at this point, too.
I mean, during the debate, they had to answer the question, the elephant in the room, how the president is not there, calling him a coward or that he's afraid. No, dude, he's just so far ahead. It would belittle him. It would only hurt him to address other competitors.
Talking to you
And,
guys is
it
a
worked.
waste of time. It only hurts him. There's nothing to
Yeah.
gain. No,
And to be
Biden's in
fair,
the same
same thing with
position.
Biden. Yeah,
Yeah.
same situation.
It really is just a situation of all this can do is hurt me. I'm not going to do it.
To be fair, the DSA could have still had a debate and put forward that he isn't there. At least the RNC did that. But
Yeah, however, most of the opposition to Biden, that was good opposition. I'm not talking about the fucking nosebleed section. Like, what was his name? There was a third guy who
yeah,
was running in this race who just didn't matter. Biden, it was Biden,
yeah.
Bernie, and then like O'Nally or some shit. Like there was like a third dude who was polling at like 8% the entire time.
Number for this election.
Yeah, for the primary.
I mean, there was Marianne, there was RFK. I think RFK
Well,
probably had the
well,
highest
well.
polling.
Hold on. Hold on. That's why I said. That's why I said meaningful competition. Like I'm talking about not meaningful competition. I'm talking about their nosebleed section. RFK and Marianne aren't nosebleeds. Like they definitely are like considerable
You
threats to
said
Biden.
Bernie's a nosebleed though.
No, not Bernie. I'm talking about the
Wait, because you
O'Nally.
brought Bernie and O'Nally together
No. I'm talking about how O'Nally was like on the periphery of those two. Like you know
on the
how
periphery of Bernie
Bernie and like
and Biden.
Hillary, they're like sorry, Bernie. God, my head's 2016. Yeah, Bernie and
Yeah.
Biden. You know how it was like
Okay.
the third guy, and it's like, I guess what I'm saying is that we only had like one real corporatist Dem who was like at the bottom of the pit, and the other two were like RFK and Marianne. Like actual
Yeah.
challenges to Biden. So like if you're the DNC, you're not pitting him against those two. Maybe the fucking other guy, but not Marianne and RFK. It's not a good match, is what I'm saying. Like I don't like they wouldn't run him against good competition, you know. Democratic. No, let me look up who I'm talking about. Oh no, he's gone. Well, while he sends us the thing, while he sends us the link, I'll tell you guys who I'm talking about, just because I don't want to keep doing this. Presidential primaries. Oh yeah, Dean Phillips. Dean Phillips was the other guy. Ooh, God. Okay. God, I got the wrong. I wonder where I got O'Nally from. There it is. Wasn't updating for a second. That's weird. Oh, by the way, the guy, the nosebleed section, Dean Phillips.
Oh boy.
I don't know. Yeah.
The people who don't matter.
He was.
I mean, to be fair, Marianne and RFK are sort of in that camp too, but
yeah, I was about to say. Well, you know,
on the bottom of the barrel.
Well, Dean Phillips is even lower on the barrel because not only does he not even have an opinion, man barely has a soul. He was one of the other corporate Dems. He was like polling third, I think, for most of the time. So, this is, this is the Democrat nosebleed section I'm talking about.
No.
Yeah. The glorious 2024 presidential primaries. Anyway.
And now we have our victor, Kamala.
Yeah, we fucking picked our best and brightest, didn't we? Okay, let's see some reactions. You want to watch some reactions?
Sure.
Okay, let's start with RFK. You know, the man who keeps fucking role-playing as president.
I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and I'm running as an independent candidate for president of the United States.
You have our support, RFK. Not really, but we'll still subscribe to you.
I grew up in an America that seemed to have achieved its promise as an exemplary nation. Modern democracy spread from one nation, ours, in 1776, to 6 by 1865, and to 190 by the 1960s. We had become the city on the hill. We were a moral authority around the globe. Our government, institutions, our Congress, the court, the regulatory agencies, and even the American press were renowned for their integrity, and they were revered worldwide.
God, the moral authority of the world. I haven't heard that line in a long time.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
Very old politician line.
Dude, going through college really, God. Not only does it sully your view on the line altogether, but it's they almost
we are the hegemon.
Yeah. You're evil. College.
Other nations wanted our American leadership.
2024.
They knew the difference between leadership and bullying, which is something our current leaders seem to have forgotten. We were the template of liberty, proof that for a country to thrive, its people must be free. Free to speak, free to worship, free to build great companies, free to start small businesses. We were the freest country in the world, and by no coincidence, also the most prosperous. Working Americans could provide for their families on a single salary. They could buy a home.
How I see State of the Union. Okay, let's just...
Well, they talk about Kamala?
And spend $8 trillion on regime change wars. Those wars have made America less safe, our country less strong. $1 trillion today. And
why?
Will tip them over the edge into homelessness.
Thank you.
But even these grim figures hide the full. 1 in 10 has anxiety. 1 in 10 has ADHD.
Why does he
1 in
keep
5
doing
is
this?
obese. But we also have the brightest and most ambitious entrepreneurs. We face hunger and homelessness, and yet we meet it with the highest philanthropic rates in the world and bottomless kindness and compassion. We may be on the mat today, but we can be on our feet and happy and healthy and strong again with good leadership tomorrow. Our people and our system were built for resilience. And here's in every state of this year.
Okay, so I swear to God, I'm going to just say this. Screw all this. Yeah, he doesn't talk about it. But all I'm going to say is, oh, here it is. Oh, there's another one. Let's see. Before, oh, God.
Yeah, I just found a video from.
Well, I was just going to say this.
It's a minute 26 seconds long.
Okay, where is it? Is it also RFK? Please tell me.
Yeah, I mean, that one, yours might be better because it's on Fox News. I mean, this is Associated Press. This is better, but for source-wise.
All I was gonna say was, man, will RFK been doing that for the next 4 years, where the man just keeps doing fake State of the Union addresses?
Yes, that's his YouTube channel program. That's what he's gonna
LARP as president of America for fucking 8 years.
Oh, God. Your video might be more recent. Because this is 17 hours ago. When is yours from?
16 hours ago.
Oh my God.
Oh God, no, it's the same video. Okay, screw it. Good job.
The same video?
Yeah, no, they're covering it in the Fox, I think.
Okay.
By commending President Biden for a career in public service.
Oh my God. So right after I LARPed as fucking president, let me just go thank the actual president for having a real job.
A long, long career and representing and serving our country, and for his handling of the many difficulties and challenges, personal challenges and tragedies that he suffered during his life with so much admirable conduct and the empathy that he derived from those experiences, that he was always proficient at showing to the rest of us. I think, Kamala Harris is the party of war. She's a war hawk. The Democratic Party was always the peace party. Kamala.
They did end the Afghanistan war.
And supporting Ukraine is not a war of offense. Supporting people defending themselves is not an aggressive act. And even if you're on the side of settling it with a peace deal, unless you want to just totally give Ukraine to the imperialists, which don't call yourself a fucking leftist then, then you still want them to be armed enough to actually make a peace that works for them as well. Unless you're just, unless you believe in that molar bullshit, which is like. Oh, God,
and it's been ironic to ask for a peace deal after they got what they wanted. It's like if someone came up to you, took your wallet, and then the guy's like, "Oh, truce, truce," when you try to punch him in the face, and then in the middle of him saying truce, he's like, "Oh, why aren't you for peace? Why aren't you a peaceful guy? You should just let me take your wallet."
Let me add an extra step to that. Actually, I have an extra step. Someone takes your wallet, you pull out a gun. Someone else comes out of nowhere, says no, takes the gun, and then the robber takes out their gun and shoots you.
Yeah.
Like, if you want an equitable
to make it sound like a very violent warmonger situation when you're just protecting a people. But
like if this is how people portray self-defense, then like you're not a leftist. If you think helping people defend themselves is imperialistic, then you patently believe in imperialist ambitions, as long as they're not the United States, which, fine, then go suck Putin's cock for the rest of your life. I mean, I'm sucking Joe Biden's, I guess. I mean, who knows? Maybe Putin has a better cock. He is a little younger, right? He's like 70. Like, how old is Putin? Let's see. How old is that Putin? Poutine.
Yeah, and although we
71.
horrifically tripped on the way out, ended the Afghanistan war.
We tripped
That's
and
been
broke
going
our
on
teeth, but there
for
was
over 18 years. Yeah, tripped and fell on our face. But then again, how many times have presidents made promises that we'll leave, and they never did?
I hate to
Trump
say
said
it, though.
He would, but he didn't.
I hate to say this, though, but I don't support them leaving Syria. We had 1,000 troops there. If you know anything about military logistics, 1,000 troops in a country is a thin paper wall. That's all that was stopping Turkey from slaughtering the Rojavans. So us pulling out of Syria was both unnecessary, it didn't make anything different, and if anything, it actually made stability and more violence in the region by us leaving Syria. So, I mean, if you're of the isolationist bent, then that doesn't matter to you. You don't care. But if you're someone who are of a violence reductionist perspective, it actually does matter if we're there. We were protecting people. So that's I wasn't for us sending more troops to Syria. 1,000 troops did it because 1,000 troops was a political move, not a power grab.
Yeah.
So, well, whatever, though. By the way, the Rojavans are optimally socialist. That's why Trump abandoned them.
Harris is a war hawk on Ukraine. She's a war hawk.
Go fuck yourself.
On China.
So, oh, God, I'll talk.
I've never heard her speak about the chronic disease epidemic, I think she's a product of the corporate control of our democracy. We need a leader who can stop feeding into the vitriol, stop feeding into the anger.
So, the thing I don't like about RFK, and it's something that I very much liked about Bernie and AOC, was the fact that when they campaign, they talk a lot about their policies. Basically, every other breath is like Medicare for all, $15 minimum wage. Oh, that turned Australian.
Well, RFK doesn't really talk about policy. His words aren't necessarily bad, and I've seen some of his like ads where he talks about getting out private interests. Like if you want his campaign website, he talks about I'll push out the bad big companies, take out their people that are the heads, bureaucrats of places like the FDA, the EPA, and I'll put in my people. But they never really goes into putting in any laws. that'll cement that those people will not be able to come back after he's gone. Because maybe, let's say if RFK is the benevolent man, he's able to get all the good people and they're his people. I
And
mean,
all
once
those
4 years
people are
are
good
up,
too, by the
or
way.
8 years,
All
yeah,
those
let's say
people
all
are
those
good
people.
too.
Well, yeah, let's assume.
Everyone's good, yeah.
But at the end of your 8 years, they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't make any long lasting changes because you didn't. I mean, at least from what we've seen, he hasn't really proposed anything. At least Trump, when he went in and he backtracked on it, was the executive order that said, "Hey, once you leave Congress, you can't join like a lobbying firm with a company for like a certain amount of years once you leave." Then again, on his way out, like it was like the last month or two, like when on his presidency, he switched back on the executive order.
Nice.
Just dumb. Like, oh.
Look, it's
But at least that was uh, an executive order, an official
commitment.
thing that he did, a commitment, a pledge that he had his people do. But
Mhm.
RFK just says, "Don't worry, my people will be better."
Don't worry, guys. I got this. Trust me, bro.
Yeah.
What laws? The best laws.
Like, how
Good
come he doesn't talk
laws.
about Citizens United? Something that Bernie brings up a lot, the super PACs. But if RFK is willing to tackle things like super PACs, then these things will never change. Because the fact that these big companies can fund people that'll get into the FDA, it'll stay the same.
You know, a reality of it is that you have to be a rich person in order to run for president. Even if it's not a very rich person, you still have to be a rich person.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, it's one of those things where, like, he's a product of the system. I don't believe he has any incentives to change it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's why that goes back to the point of he doesn't talk about his policies because someone like him is a non-committal shifty cunt, but also additionally he might not even have any actual opinions. The man might just want power. He might just want to be another Kennedy president. And the reason I say that is the man flip-flops so much. I mean, yeah, he does like a bipartisan sort of approach, but the man, like, he's a conspiracy theorist. He doesn't like listening to experts, the same ones who might have actually gotten him to the campaign chair, or sorry, to the office. So
Yeah.
it's like,
The only
I
we
don't
know
if he
for
would have
sure,
ran the state
really,
that well. I don't know if he would have even ran it consistently. He might have been
the
a
only thing we
wheeler and
know is
dealer.
that he'll for sure be an isolationist.
It's
That's
not
pretty much
good.
what we know for sure is that he would block off America's arms from the world, it seems. Which,
Would he cut America's blockade of Cuba? Like, that's the thing about
like,
isolationism.
yeah,
Like, is it isolationism or is it just a withdrawal from American obligations?
I just wonder what happened if RFK had to face Taiwan.
Mm-hmm.
Like if China said, "Oh, look, RFK's in office, he's against doing any foreign wars. Let's go and attack Taiwan." Would
Yeah,
RFK
'cause-
just sit back and say, "Oh, I'm for peace, so let's let these people get destroyed"?
yeah.
Like
That's the thing about isolationism
yeah.
in America is that, to me, it's not even really isolationism because maybe there's some good parts about that, right? Like, maybe we'd pull out from Puerto Rico or maybe we'd enfranchise them. Maybe we'd stop fucking Cuba over for, like, 60 years. But, no. That never comes up in these conversations of isolationism. No, we'll keep our imperialist projects going, fucking for sure. We'll keep our empire. But our obligations, the shit where we have to help people because they helped us at some point back in the day, nah, fuck all that. Fuck them. That was in the past, bitch. What do you got today?
Yeah, it's a big criticism about like pacifism, leading a life of like nonviolence, like inaction. They get lumped in the same group because if you're just gonna watch an atrocity happen, people would lump you in the same boat. Was it Orwell who talked, or was it this is some quote talking about how if you just let the bad people take over, you're part of the bad people because you did nothing to stand in the way. Like if RFK just sits and just watches China and Russia expand their borders, take the capital of the capital maker of semiconductors. Was he a good president? Was he a good leader? Was he a good person to bring stability to the world?
I mean, what
I
about
would
a
say
war
no.
in Europe? Yeah, I mean, what about a war in West Europe? Like, would he come to the defense of Europe, or would he just say no? Like, we're gonna let the whole continent burn. And a lot of you would say like, oh, well, why even care? Why care about these people far away? Because that shit affects us. We thought this shit back in World War One and World War Two. Well, we thought, oh, this won't affect us. But then World War One happened, and what happened? Supply lines got cut. Economy started to falter. Boats started to blow up. Same thing happened in World War II, except you had a fucking net drain of over 10 million people because Asia was basically on fire for 10 years before we actually got involved. And then Europe burned itself down in 5 more years. So it's like, we can't act like this shit doesn't affect us. The isolationism is a naive, very naive and delusional philosophy based on the idea that America can be self-sufficient when it can't. America's never been self-sufficient. We're a fucking empire. We extract shit from people. We take shit from people. We wheel and deal with people.
Little banana republic.
Isolationism has never been our strong suit, and it never will be. People who want isolationism for America want America to fucking die, whether they know it or not. Sorry, just whew.
Well, I wouldn't say they want it to die, but that'll be
they don't know it. That's why I added that part in.
Yeah.
They don't know
it. But then to say that they want.
Well, they don't know that they want it. Because America's greatest strength is our logistics. It's literally our wheeling and dealing. Like,
this is the consequence of their actions.
I mean, yeah, like, if you look at America during the like the 19th century, I think, we literally were just opening up markets. We destroyed the Corsair, the Corsair pirates to open up trade in the to open up trade over there in the Mediterranean. We conquered South America. We took their fucking bananas. We conquered parts of Africa. I mean, we
still take those bananas today.
Yeah,
a little Chiquita banana getting found for funding
the Boxer Rebellion.
Squads.
Boxer Rebellion. Opening up Japan. Like, America literally spent a whole century opening up the markets of the world. Like, why does America think we're good with isolationism? We've never been good with isolationism, ever. We're probably at our weakest and most fascist. Because I believe one of our most isolationist periods was during the Western expansion, which was literally...
Although opening to the world, in a peaceful sense, does also hurt our certain states, right? You look at Michigan.
Anything that relies on international commerce.
Yeah.
So,
which is supposed to be more peaceful, but quote unquote unpeaceful, right? Look at Chiquita Banana, still to this day, funding death squads. So,
yeah. I mean, they've been killing union organizers and labor leaders in the area for forever.
But then they hurt American economy, Daniel. They hurt America.
They do hurt America. However, we
gotta praise our coal miners, which thank you.
We're a moral authority. We should force our rights on them. If dictators don't like our rights and freedoms, then they have it forced on them. And assuming the country doesn't implode immediately after, we help them build. Because that's usually goes that way, right? Usually the country implodes.
What we're gonna do is ask them to give us their nuclear weapons and then not defend them.
And then fuck off forever.
Yeah.
YOLO out.
Which, to get back to the Ukraine topic, it's like one of the reasons why we're defending Ukraine is because they gave us their nuclear weapons in exchange for their protection. We decided, hey, if one day Russia decides to attack Ukraine, there's this thing called mutually assured destruction, MAD. Right? Have you ever seen Oppenheimer? That's the whole thing. Nuclear war is horrible. Nuclear war could be the end of the world. We wouldn't want smaller states to have nuclear weapons, even though it could be a deterrent. Russia or other countries might still be tempted to take the land. And if that happens, they might activate mutually assured destruction.
So
to avoid that, the U.S. decided to give them protection in exchange for their nuclear weapons. This was the more peaceful option.
It is.
But
the thing about peace is that it needs to be defended, and that's the thing about pacifism a lot of people don't get, is that pacifism actually doesn't believe in inaction. They do believe in self-defense. Pacifists do believe in self-defense, or at least some of them do. And I think that's totally in line with pacifist ideology. You never want to hurt people.
I thought pacifist meant that, you literally just don't.
I mean, would you find it hard to believe that there's several flavors of pacifist?
I mean, I think like if you're, I think the original word means you wouldn't justify it.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, you could probably say there's different like tenets or different beliefs of pacifism. But if I remember right, originally, you weren't supposed to commit violence for any reason. I could be getting it wrong.
Yeah, I mean, we can look at Google, the Oxford. And it says a person who believes that war and violence are unjustifiable.
Yeah, so that'll be what I'm saying.
That kind of no, that
Violence
actually
is
does,
unjustifiable.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
yeah.
does leave some room for interpretation, though.
So where an unjustifiable doesn't mean it's justifiable.
If it was already committed against you.
But it's unjustifiable.
Yeah, but you don't have a choice. It was already committed against you.
But violence in war, if it was justifiable,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't they have said could be justified? Why would they just put unjustifiable? That's pretty concrete.
I guess because it's the argument would come from the fact that war, like, you're not justifying war, or you're not even justifying violence, because self-defense.
That would be the justification. The justification for you to commit an act of
The
self-defense.
answer, you're obviously gonna steamroll me. So
what? I mean, I'm using
all right,
the words
all
from the.
all right. This is what happens when you talk to women. They don't let you speak. That's okay. Let's move on.
I use your definition, and then you don't like your own definition.
Well, no, I don't like
the
that
word
you cut me
literally
off.
says unjustifiable.
Okay, don't talk.
And
Hey
you're
guys,
like, well, what do you mean?
simple.
It's justifiable.
Like, hey
Like,
guys,
oh,
don't ever try to talk
play
to
the
women.
rewind when you say unjustifiable, and then you say, wait, it could be justified.
Well, when you don't let someone
Like,
speak, you're always gonna win, right? That's that's how
you spoke. And
Hey,
you were
Mister.
wrong.
Hey, Don. Hey,
You
Don.
spoke and you were wrong.
You cut me
Exactly.
off. So it's not exactly like I had a chance to speak.
But the cutoff where you said,
Keep.
oh, well, I don't have to justify because it was an action committed against me. That's a justification.
That's not really. I mean, you're just
No.
it's currently
So
acting.
when like you go to court and someone smacks you on the head, so you shoot them in the gut, and they say, "Hey, why did you do this?" It's like because you hit me in that. That would be a justification. That would be
not
the
if it's
reasons
currently
why.
happening to you. Not if violence
That's a
is ongoing.
justification.
Not at all.
That
If
is
violence is ongoing,
That's a
then you stop it.
justification. Okay, what is a justification, Daniel?
Justification? You don't have to
Yeah.
justify it to anybody. The action's already happening.
Yeah, only to God. Only to God. It is.
No,
great
the
wisdom.
action's already happening. The action's currently happening.
Well, what justified
No,
you doing that?
the attacker already justified it. You're not justifying
But it's
anything.
unjust. But committing violence is unjustifiable.
They committed the violence.
In the definition of the word, it says war and violence are unjustifiable.
Didn't see nothing about
And then,
defense.
and then you're saying that the
Didn't see
attacker
nothing
made
about
it
self-defense.
justifiable
Didn't see nothing about defense.
and never said anything about it being justifiable. Just
Never said anything about
it says
defense either.
Unjustifiable.
Never said nothing about defense. Remember, I didn't make the violence. Someone
You're
else already
playing
justified it for me. No, I'm telling you my interpretation of it. Sorry, other
Like,
people
are
exist.
you?
Well, look, liberals hate when other people exist. If you don't follow liberal ideology, then they come and take your kids away. I gotcha. No, I gotcha. Well, look, Mr. Liberal, please don't ban my definition from your schools. I promise I'll vote for you. Promise.
Leave it to
I promise, Mr. Sir.
to look at a definition that says unjustifiable, and then you say he justified it. So that means pacifism. When pacifism means war and violence are unjustifiable, you come up and say the man made it justifiable, so that is pacifism.
Didn't
That
say
doesn't that doesn't jive
Didn't
at
say
all.
that. If you want to, I mean, you're gonna twist my
Play
words.
the
however you
real
want.
play the real one, dude. This is recorded.
That's fine.
This is
I
this is
already
recorded.
explained my position, but you just don't understand, and that's fine. That's okay. I didn't. Ending an action doesn't
Look,
justify it.
It's not
Hold
up
on.
to me.
No, it's
to make
not.
you
No, it's not. Ending
say
an,
these words.
It's not up
You
to
say
me to
these
make you
words.
understand. Ending an action isn't justifying it. Right?
Well, it's hard to understand a person who doesn't even understand the definition.
It's hard to,
of
yeah, and it's
pacifist.
hard to understand someone who's not even listening very well. I mean, ending an action literally
you didn't
doesn't
listen
justify
to your
it.
own definition of pacifist. You're not even
And you're
listening
not
to
even
yourself.
listening to mine.
You
Yeah,
didn't
I
listen
know,
to
'cause
your
you
own.
want to have such a
Exactly.
gotcha. That's on
Me
you.
and you
Ooh.
are not listening to you because you don't
And
listen.
you're
to
not
your own
listening
words.
to yourself, and I love
It's
it.
crazy.
It is crazy how you don't listen
But
to
I
yourself.
guess if you don't even listen to your own words,
I like
then should
how
I listen to you?
your brain is such
'Cause
a
I
I
listen
like how
to
you
your
have
words.
such an inbox like
But it's like
definition
playing
of things
hopscotch.
that
You know,
you
you have
can't
to jump
even
over
think
each line.
past
It's like
over
mental
things.
gymnastics.
Wow.
Like, you're gonna
It's
start
very
like
hard to
betting on which
interpret.
word you hang on.
I mean, that's how that's how academia works, man. You learn to interpret stuff so that you can make meanings on top of learning
So
them.
tell me, how do you interpret unjustifiable to be justifiable?
And I already
Good.
explained it to you, but you're just not going to listen again. So why? It's recorded. Go back and hear it again. If you can't hear it, I mean, why repeat it to you if you're not going to listen to it? What's the point?
You did not justify it.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Unjustifiable.
Yeah, of course. You can't justify an action when you end it. You don't have to justify an action. It's done. You ended the action.
You know, you're just God.
In self-defense.
No justifications needed.
Not if someone else is already attacking you. Yeah, you don't got to justify attacks on that point. Yeah. The violence being committed
Because
against
it's
you
justified.
ending. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Patently, it's not. Someone already justified their violence against you. Ending the violence doesn't justify it.
I looked up the definition because I'll do it.
Violence
I'll be willing
is
to dip my toe.
unjustifiable. Yeah.
Unjustifiable, according to Google, means not able to be shown to be right or reasonable. So, if something is not shown to be right or reasonable, you can't do it.
Okay, now
committing violence.
Let me show you something.
Is unable to be reasonable.
Objects. Oh fuck. Obex. That's the actual
objects.
Yes.
It's like we're looking up cherries and ducks and pieces of cheese and Roblox cards.
Because I'm trying to demonstrate how if someone is the aggressor upon you and justifies their attack against you, you ending that isn't a justification.
Look, if someone hits you in the head and you shoot him in the gut, you're justified. But if you're the core bare bones term pacifist, then, at least to the Google definition that you provided, they would see violence as unjustifiable. And according to Google, unjustifiable means it is not able to be shown to be right or reasonable.
Currently being stabbed and pushing that person away from you can be seen as violence. Personally, I don't see that as violence. It's not something you need to justify. Now we've changed it.
In my
I literally was saying that the whole time, and it's recorded. Oh my god! All right. You want to move on? It's okay. You're not even listening. Can we move on, please? This is crazy.
If you look at the originally, we're talking about RFK and war.
But let's go back to RFK.
Being pacifist and isolationism.
Isolationism is fucking suicide, and suicide by 1,000 cuts. 100%. 100%. It is.
Instead of looking up object, could you look up the definition of unjustifiable?
Oh my god, you petty ass motherfucker. You can do it.
Well, you looked up the definition of object.
Well, I didn't look up. I was just looking up an image. I wasn't actually looking up the definition of it.
Well, here we are with the definition of object.
Sure.
Well, we can look up the definitions that'll actually help us.
Oh, I was just looking up
and finding
Google
this
image,
out.
But you petty ass motherfucker. I was looking up an image definition of unjustifiable. See, I love this. This is a good debate. I love this scholarly debate we're having. Fine then. If we're getting
all right, so now connect those two sentences together. That a pacifist believes that violence is not able to be shown to be right or reasonable. They believe violence cannot be shown. Shown would be you getting stabbed by a random dude to be reasonable to fight back for.
The definition of
if you connect those two words together,
and this all started out with the fact that pacifism and self-defense aren't incompatible. The action of defending or resisting from an attack is not inherently a violent act. Something I've already been trying to explain to you, but, you know, fuck it. Bounced off your head like a goddamn ball. So, what am I gonna do? I can't make you understand shit.
You're fighting back an attacker. That is fighting. Fighting is violent.
Ooh. Not all defense and not all resisting has to be violent. So, not at all.
I mean, some could be verbal defense. Yeah, I don't think all defense is violent.
Well, I started out
like if you're just verbally defending yourself from someone's maniacal belief of pacifism, I don't think that's violent. I think a pacifist can certainly have a one-on-one conversation.
No, yelling can still be violent. According to a lot of people, yelling is
to
still
a liberal,
violence.
Yeah.
To
liberal.
I mean, fighting words are a legal definition, man. Legal and
fighting
harassment.
Words.
Harassment and fighting words.
Can you look up to me that what counts as a fighting word? Is it yelling chocolate or is it yelling that you're going to stab somebody?
Are you yelling chocolate at a black person?
and leave it to the liberal to make it racist.
You brought in chocolate. I just went to the first place I could justify
Exactly.
this.
Why'd your mind go there?
Because it could be a fighting word in that context.
Why are you trying to fight black people? What's wrong with you?
Why are you trying to fight chocolate bars?
I was never trying to. I was yelling out a candy that I like to eat sometimes.
I think we should fight.
It was
childhood
supposed to be an
obesity.
example of something that is extremely non-violent, and you made it into a hate crime.
I think we should fight childhood obesity.
Which maybe it shows that I'm more of a pacifist here than you.
Maybe.
Because when I say chocolate, I think of a fucking Toblerone bar or Hershey's, and
No, I think of violent assault on minorities.
yeah,
Oof. Well, you know,
like, the minds are going different places.
very. You know, I get it's like back in the old days where I heard, get that chocolate boy, and then me and my black friends would run into the river, and, you know.
Yeah, and the cop didn't have to justify anything when he came by and committed an atrocity against mankind on those people in the river.
Oh, I know, no. I had to justify running from the cop as a form of self-defense.
Yeah.
I committed violence by...
I see here, though, my
aggressively running.
droid cam is at 2%.
Droid cam? Oh. Speaking of 2%...
Oh,
we
boy.
are at 8 minutes. So, how should we play this?
I'm not sure. My phone's probably going to die.
Okay, then we'll probably end it here. I'm not sure how
Probably
I'm
end
gonna
it.
cut this episode.
What does it mean to be a pacifist?
God damn it! That went off the rails. That went off the rails at the end. Whatever. Do I keep it in?
Up to you.
Ah, God. The VOD will stay up, I guess. But I don't know if I'm gonna edit this. This isn't one
You
of
don't
our
want to
greatest
edit
hits.
the pacifist?
Well, a lot of people already agree with my side on this, so you cornering me just because it's a gotcha
I
doesn't
didn't
matter.
say that there are different tenets or beliefs of pacifism. I think there's different ways to live.
You think the
And
classical
that people,
definition is...
I think the classical definition, I could be wrong here, but I
is
think
the
the classical
Jesus
definition
flavor.
and the definition you provided
Mm-hmm.
would mean the one that you gave from Google, from Webster, whatever, wherever you pulled it from, would mean that a pacifist sees violence as an unjustifiable act,
Mm-hmm.
which would mean
Do you...
that they can't commit violence upon other people.
Now, do you think all people view violence the same way? Is
Yeah,
violence...
that's another angle.
Well, that was the angle I was trying to hit at, but I got yelled at over...
Some people
I got
would
yelled
say,
over for
like, if
several
you look at some
minutes.
teachings, even pushing would be violent.
Even yelling would be violent. I guess I'm
Some people would say that giving a strong glare would be violent.
I guess the
Hitting me with your musty odor is an assault on my
hitting
nostrils.
me with the dusty must. The
Yes.
musty dust.
It is an assault on me when I am stuck in a bus
Assault on the
and I am forced to
senses.
sit next to the musty person.
Look, I guess what I mean is, I guess I'll try to say it as best I can since I got the air. You don't have to justify doing violence against somebody who's already doing violence against you. Like,
Well,
if you're
'cause-
being stabbed, right?
Yeah.
If you're in the process of being lit on fire, you stopping that from happening doesn't have to be justified.
Well, I would say that it was because the act was already justified. Like, it justifies itself. If there's someone committing a mass shooting, you are justified in shooting him. Like, the act itself is a justification for someone to come in and stop it with extreme means.
I think we're saying the same thing, but in a different way. Because
Impossible.
because I'm saying the same, because I think I'm saying the same thing. It's like, you don't have to defend ending violence, right?
Well, it's
Ending- you know what I
it's
mean?
in the well, it's the way we see the word justify.
Yeah, no, that's, oh god.
And I'm using the Google definition of unjustified, which I think bears out that I am on, oh no, there goes my picture. See, I'm on this
It
side of
told
this.
you no. It told you you're wrong.
I have been taken down by Big Kennedy.
Freeze
I've
face.
been taken down by the establishment.
Oh my god, the freeze frame of you is perfect.
Oh God, it's like liberal gets destroyed and phases out of existence. Liberal like gets taken out to the fucking wilderness
Oh my god.
and
Liberal's
dies.
first time outside dies.
I just phase. I ended back in my like computer room playing League of Legends.
Oh god. Okay.
Hmm.
I guess we'll end it there then. This episode took a weird turn.
It
Uh
did.
uh, but yeah, no. Is all right, fine. End it on here. End it on here. Does Hillary have a shot? Or sorry, fuck, Kamala.
Does Hillary
God,
have a shot? I mean, she wishes.
that's how
She
bad. That's how bad it is, dude.
They really do feel like a very similar character.
Dude, right?
It's like it's the Mortal Kombat or in Injustice. There's like Flash and Reverse Flash, literally the same character moves, but they're wearing different clothes. But in this case,
Wait, the
they're
melanin
wearing
got
the
flipped.
same clothes. Yeah, the melanin got flipped. So they just put a little bit of brown dye on her.
Just dropped
face.
a little bit in there. You know, when she was being baked in the
Yeah,
oven.
yeah.
It's like,
Although I already know Newsom is salivating at the idea that Kamala wins because they're both from
Oh.
San Fran. They're both from California. He's like, holy shit, this is my shot. If Kamala wins,
I'll have
I'm going
my
in.
friend in the fucking Ooh,
Yeah.
what if
Dude,
if Gavin's
Kamala-
the VP?
Dude, that would be, dude, she's shooting herself in the fucking punani if she, in the balls, if she chooses Newsom as a VP pick. It's like, what that's dumb. This is in no way tactical. It is in all ways nepotism.
Just friends. Just full on.
Yeah.
Just you
Like,
vote
we're
for us
homies.
because that's all you got.
Now, to be fair, maybe the Democratic Party is like, hey, the other person we also wanted to run in the future was Newsom. So prop up Newsom by having him be your VP pick. You're going to win. We have this strong wanderlust for Cop Kamala. All right.
It might be worth
And-
it for them to hold on to it for a while.
Maybe.
And if they can if they can sell Newsom, then it might work. But
Yeah.
Newsom's so like unliked
But-
right now, and also Newsom and Kamala kind of fill the same demographic role, you know. So, like, I guess
Yeah.
a little bit different because Kamala has maybe more black voters, but
Yeah.
like in terms of like white liberal majority, they cover the same group. So, it would be a really dumb decision, but man, we've been saying that about every decision they make.
Well, there's a reason why they're not up in the polls.
Yeah,
There's a reason
because
why
they
they're
weren't
all
listening
polling.
to us.
Exactly.
Hire us.
Look, we might not be right in our prescriptions, but we're right in our diagnosis. You're sick. All right, DNC leaders,
the-
strategists.
You got
There's
the
something
vid.
wrong.
You got the vid. Okay,
Yeah.
you're done. You're like Joey. You're Jova.
Maybe you needed Sudafed, but we accidentally gave you Oxycontin. Either way, you'll feel good. But
Oh wait, did I say Oxycontin? I meant Adderall. Your heart's about
Yeah.
to explode.
yeah, well, some people, i.e., Biden, needed the Adderall, so that probably would have been better. You know what? Give it to Kamala. She talks so slow. She also could need a little bit of Adderall.
Could you
She
imagine
use
her walking up there, fucking eyes like can I do it? Eyes like
even
so-
bigger than they already are.
bigger, yeah, just like. So, my policies. Just like, oh.
Jail, jail, jail. Yeah.
Jail, 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 jail.
Versus the marijuana scheduling. It's like actually it is worse than crack cocaine.
Well, after talking with several law enforcement experts, they decided this is a good idea.
Yeah.
Also, we're approaching the end. You should say something for the end.
And we're Democrats, so
Cuts out, that's it. Damn.
yeah. It shows the amount of confidence we have.
Yeah.
It's bare to none, or at least for me.
Yeah.
I think at least she got that hundreds of millions of dollars of Joe Biden gold. So
All right. And I'll say it up after it kicks you off, but that'll be it for the show. Thank
Alright.
you guys for watching. Just in case he gets kicked off, you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, peace. Remember that pacifism is
Gay.
unjustifiable. Uh,
Gay. It's
yeah.
gay, actually.
This I don't know if it's still.
Ah, it ended. But basically, my thing on it with Kamala, real quick, is just I think the chances of Kamala winning are very, very, very low because a lot of the similar reasons that were hurting anybody new. The only thing that she has that might work for her is the fact that she didn't have to go through a 2-month civil war to become the nominee. But besides that, a lot, like everything is playing against her. I don't want to be right. I do want Kamala to win. I want LGBTQ, the League of Letters, all those people to be happy, and all that to be safe. But I just think the way the Democrats are running shit, we're not going to get that outcome. So let's hope for the best. And if anything, it will be an eventful 4 years. So goodbye and have a great day. Thank you guys all for being here. I just realized I am not on the screen. So let me just put myself on there real quick. Alright, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day, and we'll see you later. Peace. But before I do, let me just make sure my streaming partner didn't put any links up, so I'm not, like, just cutting him out. Did he do any links? Because he got cut off near the end, so no. Okay. Alright, that's it. Bye, y'all. Have a good one, and we hope you enjoy. We hope you come back.